Okay, everyone's talking about WTO, so I'll make a quick video on it. It did exactly what I was kind of thinking. I made a video way back in this big red candle, and I was like, dead cat bounce, is going to happen. Did I expect something like this? No. Usually, what happens is first big red candle, you usually get a dead cat bounce on your first candle or the second, or the second candle. So what happens is this will go down big. You never buy it, on the the big red day, right? You want to wait till the day's over and then you get in. And that's what happens here is you could get in when this opens up. It opened up at 1.76 and went to a low of 135. So you could have got way down here and it had a massive pump, 156% pump on this candle, and you see why patience helps. What a lot of people do is they see this and they're like, "There's no way this should be any lower," and they buy every dip and dip and dip and dip instead of just letting the sellers literally wreck this day. Let them have this whole day. You get in on the next day. So what happens is usually what happens is if it has a pump on this day or this day right here. So let's say you get on this day and then it goes down. Like, that's totally fine. And then the next day it goes and the next day pumps. That's why I say 2 accumulations is good and then a 20% stop loss. But this one did the perfect dead cat bounce I can ever think of. So WTO, as expected, kept going down and down and down. And usually when there's big drops down, you always wait 14 daily candles. Always. And that's why you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You double it. Usually 7 daily candles is long. Double it for the big drops. And you can see right in here, you can get a very nice buy and you make around 30%. The dead cat bounce is always going to be your biggest gains as that's where everyone's hyped about it. It's fresh. It's new. And then as days go by, the volume dries out. You're never going to have the kind of volume you're going to have on this day right here. This one had, massive volume. Obviously, the big dead cat bounce, 38 million volume. And then as you can see, now we're looking at a million, 2 million. So you're never going to get close to that volume. So why is WTO good buy and all that? Well, I just gotta stand firm to my system here. We're obviously you can't use this bottom band here. It's delayed. When this had this big move down, look at this big thing. It's trying to come back up to it. It's a negative number. So you can't use this bottom Keltner channel. But we can see is, we just had this EMA 5. I suspect it to reject. All the time when you hit the EMA 5, and it hasn't touched it in a while, you get a rejection. I would love to see at least 5 daily candles away from this EMA 5, in my opinion. I will say the good thing is we are at a 2.99K. That's the stochastic oscillator down here. When we did have this pump here, we were at like a 1.90. So I would like to see it down in that region. It is getting lower, but do I ever see it hitting this 10 anytime soon? Absolutely not. This is a 223% gain. I just don't see it happening, and the market makers are always going to make it hard. Usually when you see an EMA 10 way up in here, you're going to see it coming down farther and farther. So this is a great idea if you just want to scalp it all the time at the EMA 5. Just to the EMA 5, you're looking at, roughly 15%. But like I said, EMA 5 is going to be magneted. Now that we have the EMA 5 correlated to the price, you see it definitely touching the EMA 5, you're going to start seeing it magnet to it more. I would say 5 daily candles, if you want to be more conservative, wait 7, do that again, but it could touch the EMA 5 in a blink of an eye. We are starting to see, more distance from it. So I would like to see, kind of wait this one out. Your EMA 10 is going to be your big target. EMA 20 is going to take a very long time, in my opinion. So the last time you did hit the EMA 10 was way back on this big candle. So 828, anything that don't touch it in 1 month is long. But you got to realize we got to think double. So in my opinion, I would give it a month and like 3 weeks before this touches this EMA 10. So, yeah, I mean, it does have good volume. It has a lot of eyes on it. I can see it doing that. But you got to also realize, too, is we did break all-time support. So, do you kind of want to let that go in? Last time we broke that, we had quite a big move down. So, we had this big consolidation move. It just kept hitting it, and then we come tumbling down. Can it just reclaim this all-time support? maybe it could actually, try to retest it and act as resistance, and that could be where the EMA 5 ventures out and probably comes to this area as it loses a 1 or 2 day candle down here, and then we retest it, and that will be a good gain. So that's the scenario I like for WTO, is a retest of all-time support, or now, resistance. Now this is resistance. And then I also want to see a couple more candles away from this EMA 5, and then a lower K value down here, maybe in the lower twos. But yeah, definitely eye this. 2 more candles down, and then I personally like it. And then have a 20% stop loss from there. Do 2 accumulations max. So let's say it goes down 2 more days. You get it down. You do 1 accumulation always at the end of the day, and you can see why buying at the end of the day is the best. Usually, when sellers are in control, they drag it out all the way to the bell here. But if you bought it just at the open, you'd be down 11% on WTO. I always buy my swing trades end of the day. Can it burn me? Yes, I can miss out on a trade, but more often than not, it has helped me tremendously. Because a lot of the times you get these big candles like this. So if you guys enjoyed this analysis, you want to see more videos like this, definitely join the premium Discord. I'd be willing to give you guys a chart. Anytime you need charts, anytime you want to see the system and how the system works, I try to, I talked about a play called GGR, and this is the same scenario. How I liked. These are one of my A+ setups. As you can see how we tugged that ATR4. This is the band that you will get if you join the server. And you can see, look at to a T here. We hit the EMA 5. What is going to probably happen is a probably rejection down. And that's the same scenario that we had for WTO. And we find these plays time and time again. I did a video on Peggy. What happened is we had the same scenario. And we're making nice returns doing this. We had this 6 daily candle down. We started buying in this region. What happened? We hit the EMA 5 and we go down. You'll see these patterns all the time, and within time, we will break out of that EMA 5. And that's what I suspect with WTO. We hit the EMA 5 and it went down. And I don't think any of my Discord members should be surprised. Why do we always take the profit on the EMA 5? Is because it gives us that consistent return. We don't want to lose our profit. If you bought it down in here, this was a 31% gain, as that satisfied the 14 daily candle rule that I talked about. Amazing gains. But if you didn't take the gain, you are now negative. I never want that for someone. If anybody says, should I take the gain? My answer is yes, all the time. I don't even care if you're up 5%. If you ask that question, it means you're nervous and you should probably take the gain. But that EMA 5, when you see a touch, get the heck out. So yeah, my thesis is wait a couple candles, then look for the retest of this EMA 5. If you guys want to join the Discord, click the link down below in the YouTube comments below, and in the description will say join the premium Discord for my alerts and system. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. Please read how to subscribe if you have an Android or any advice. But Androids, you have to do it on your phone browser or your computer. Avoid scammers. A lot of people will try to copy my logo and say, hey, I'll trade your account, give me this much money. But that is not realistic. I will never trade your accounts. I'll never friend request or DM you. Read the testimonies tab. You can see a lot of people love this server. Server shop, click the server shop in the top left, or you can click some of these subscriptions tab. I highly recommend doing the Day in Swing Trading Plus because it's a variety of everything. Swing trading takes patience. Sometimes you'll be holding for a week, 2 weeks, a month. It just really depends. But I do have a clear stop loss, 20%, like I said, after 2 accumulations. It's always going to be that. But sometimes it can kind of consolidate. Our Peggy trade that hit the EMA 5 consolidated for a week, and it just kind of got boring, and then randomly we get that nice 20% spike, and that's really what we're looking for. But while you're doing that, you want to do the day trade so you're making money every day, and you understand on the biggest cap stocks in the world, you could day trade that using options and even doing futures that I'm willing to show you guys on how you can make nice consistent returns doing that. For only $12 a month, it'll be a lifetime. You won't get charged anymore. $12 a month, and you'll get access to everything that I have learned and what works for me. I've tried every strategy out there. This is honestly the best strategy in my opinion. And you get access to all these subscriptions tab, and just to see, show you what you're going to get. You're going to get futures chat, day trading education, day trade alerts, which is really nice, the RTK journal, my live streams where I go live every day almost for you, swing trade alerts, swing trading education. This video right here will get your indicator set up. So yeah, hope you guys really like this. This is a very This is WTO. This is my updated analysis, and I've been right about this one before. I was a little off on the dead cat bounce, but usually 1 to 2 days is when it happens. It did it right after that one. So, but yeah, we're looking always for these targets here, the EMA 5. I wouldn't aim for the shoot for the stars and aim for the 10 or 20 anytime soon, in my opinion. All right, guys, hope you like this video. Give it a like, subscribe, comment. And like I said, I do live streams all the time for you, and I hope to see you guys in the Discord. And let's make some money.